Theme park. Well, let's go on our date together, shall we? Oh, a memory first. Actually, first things first. Diary. What do we got? I think I read October 29th's one. October 30th. I suddenly fainted at the academy today, and something flashed into my mind like a dream. I think I'm exhausted. Ironically, I ended up going to the amusement park with Yuri. I honestly had someone else in mind, but he's busy, so oh well. But I'm still very disappointed. October 31st. It's getting harder to see Tay. He definitely seemed to have something to say to me. He's busy at the academy, and he seems to be busy at work. I feel like it's been a long time since I had a proper conversation with Tay. November 1st. Today's Friday. That means tomorrow's Saturday. Very good, cutie. Finally the weekend. Today at the roof, Tay asked me to go to the amusement park with him. That's what I wanted to hear the most, but I thought he'd never say it. Did Tay read my mind or something? But he still hasn't said anything about what to do with the promise I made to Yuri. Who will I end up going to the amusement park with? I'm waiting for them to talk about it, but they are both coming home late today. But now it's Saturday, and we're going to go on our dato. After our memory.
Are you okay? You're not too tired?
No, I'm not tired at all.
Tell me when you are. I'll hold it for you.
No, Grandpa, I'm not tired at all. And he's my friend, so I have to be the one carrying him.
Then should we go?
We're going to the amusement park! Yay!
Was I holding onto my first doll and I took it? Did I lose? Oh, what if I lost? What if I lost that doll here at the amusement park? And that's why, like on the merry-go-round maybe or something? And I couldn't find him again, and that's why things keep resetting here? Ooh. A theory, anyway. Wow. It hasn't changed a bit. The amusement park was just as fancy as it was when I first came. Actually, they must have had several repairs since it looked more elaborate. I just stood at the entrance in awe. Then Tay came to me and took my hand. Oh. He took my hand naturally, and my face got red immediately. Wow. So bold. He swung our hands back and forth playfully. I like that you like it so much, but I might have to look for you at the Lost Children's Center if you space out like that. I felt embarrassed, but I couldn't help but laugh. I felt excited and held on tight to Tay's hand. Then what should we get on first? I guess the merry-go-round? Yeah. I smiled bashfully and nodded. The merry-go-round from my memory spun round and round. Yes, I came here to look at that merry-go-round again. Okay, then let's go. Tay peered carefully at the map at the entrance and started walking. Wow. It's really exactly like it is in my memories. The merry-go-round was exactly the same as it was when I was little. I could see excited little kids waving their hands like I did when I last came here. Your jaw will fall out like that. Tay laughed cheerfully as I kept on exclaiming. Is it because it's the merry-go-round? There aren't that many people. Should we get on it? Yes! The closer I got to the merry-go-round, the more memories I recalled. Then I was holding on to Grandpa's hand and not Tay's. And the merry-go-round I saw with Grandpa seemed so huge. I remember I was a bit intimidated at the huge machine spinning round and round. But now that I see it, it was smaller and cuter than I thought. It even felt like a doll. It means I grew up that much. Huh? Nothing. You'll get on it with me, right? Of course, I came all this way. I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. I felt excited at his laugh and nodded. Yes. I guess the merry-go-round is a boring ride to kids these days. The line was much shorter than those of other rides, but thanks to that I could get on it quickly. I was so excited. I got on the ride as soon as I stood in line and glanced around. Which one should I get on? Oh, this horse will do. Here, take my hand. I was about to get on the horse when Tay held out his hand. Okay. I took his hand and got on the horse. You're not just gonna lift me up like Yuri did? Well, thank you. Oh. Ugh. Well, I knew you were gonna show up.
The spinning merry-go-round. Yes, everything spins round and round like that. Right.
Huh? I heard a strange voice. Is that question for me? I quickly turned around. What's wrong? Tay asked while trying to get on the horse beside me. No, There was only an empty carriage behind me. I must have heard it wrong. I felt confused, but turned my head and stared straight ahead. Hold on tight. Don't forget to put on your seatbelt. I'm not a kid, you know. Stop nagging me here. I'm your guardian today, so listen to me, little cutie. Tay said that and playfully stroked my hair. Me. That's why everyone calls you a mom. But even as I teased him, Tay didn't stop smiling. Instead, I felt embarrassed at that constant smile. Oh my. With the melody signaling the start of the ride, the merry-go-round started moving slowly. In the middle of the spinning ride was a mirror that reflected everything. I see me and Tay reflected in the mirror. This horse, a unicorn with a gold mane. It's so pretty. The colorful horses and carriages bounced up and down as if they were going over hills. The merry-go-round rhythmically spun round and round. Like being hypnotized, I was drawn into the reflection. The beautiful melody echoed delicately. Before I knew it, I was humming to the melody.
La 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 la. When do you think this will stop?
Huh? A strange voice was humming along to the melody. The voice was so unpleasant, it gave me goosebumps. Hey! Soon the voices became clearer. Startled, I momentarily crouched down. What's wrong? Tay, who was riding the horse beside me, was startled as well and asked. Huh? I got goosebumps all over my body for a moment. What is this? I spaced out on the wooden horse and recalled the voice I just heard. But for some reason, I couldn't remember it very well. At that moment, I saw Tay reflected in the mirror. I was distracted at how beautiful and dandy he is. Oh my. And that irksome feeling seemed to slowly fade. I'm with Tay. Everything's fine. I was trying to calm down when the merry-go-round grew slower. It must be ending. At that moment, I caught eyes with Tay in the mirror. I turned my head and looked at Tay's real face. He was still staring at me. The ride finally stopped. I hurried off the horse. When my feet touched the ground, I stumbled a bit since I was spinning until just a moment ago. And when I faltered, I remembered that voice that gave me goosebumps. I was sure it was from behind me. Wait, cutie, wait a bit. I forgot about Tay and was walking out when Tay hurried and followed me. I finally came back to my senses. What's wrong with me? What's wrong all of a sudden? Are you sick? Huh? I felt like something really scary would happen if I say it out loud. I was afraid that it was real and not just me hearing things. I silently shook my head, and I unconsciously rubbed my arms to shake off the goosebumps. Tay quietly stared at me for a while. He then grabbed my hand, turned around, and started walking. Where are we going? Yeah, where are we going? Let's go to some place we can rest. I'm fine. Let's rest for a bit and then ride again. Okay. Can we go on a different ride, though? Tay took me to the first bench he saw, and then he sat me down on the empty seat and sat beside me. Rest for a while. Yeah. As I couldn't calm down, I sat down, still a bit stiff. I couldn't calm down for some reason. Instead of sitting like that, why don't you lean over? What? Like this. Huh? Tay grabbed my shoulder and laid me down. Aw. Thanks, Tay. Like, what was with the music? I'm lying with my head on Tay's lap. Scandalous. As evidence, everyone's legs looked long and horizontal, and I felt like everyone was staring at us. I couldn't help my face from getting red and just lied still on his lap. But Tay looked so calm. He even held up his hands to take the hair out of my face. Oh, thanks. No picture. Meh. What just happened? Did you feel dizzy all of a sudden? Something like that. To be more exact, I was hearing things. You should have told me you're sick. No, I'm fine. I'll be better after I sit here for a while. You said your head hurt last time. Huh? Don't you remember taking pills for your headache? Oh. It wasn't anything serious, but it must have bothered him. I felt better to know Tay cared about the tiniest things. You know, Tay... Yeah? Tay lowered his head a little and listened. His head cast a shade over me, and my heart started beating fast as his face came closer. I'm glad you're here with me. I never told you, but thanks for always taking care of me. Tay stopped stroking my hair at what I said, and soon he let out a sigh. I'm so worried, really. You're always sick. His cool hand left my forehead. I closed my eyes at the pleasant touch. The comfortable seat and Tay's soft voice made me a bit drowsy. I closed my eyes and mumbled. You know... I'm so glad I decided to bid on you at the auction. Why do we always have these awkward conversations? Is he flustered at my sudden words? Tay isn't saying anything. Do you know how I felt when I first saw you? It was the first time I trembled with excitement. So I couldn't even click properly and almost lost the bid. Even when I was damaged? What? I was a damaged product. You weren't disappointed? After hearing him say that, I remembered. There was some damage on his knees. I felt a bit surprised when I realized after I won the bid that he was damaged. How should I put it? What the heck is this thing? Something damaged you'd have been too expensive and I wouldn't have been? Wow, that is really messed up. Well, I'm probably not going to pick that option because I have no idea what the heck I'm saying there. Okay, let's just save there. It doesn't matter that you were damaged. I mean, I've been with Yano. If you want to see damage, that poor boy. My goodness. I wasn't disappointed. It didn't matter. Why? What? You could have found other new dolls. Why did you buy me? Is it because I was a limited edition? What do you mean, why? That's a hard question. I thought for a while. The reason I didn't hesitate to bet on him is... to put into words, I just felt attracted to you. Attracted? Yeah, something pulled me towards you. And honestly, at first, I didn't know that you were damaged. I read it after I won the bid. Oh, I see. Tay sounded sad. But don't take it the wrong way. Even if I knew that, I would have done the same. Why? What do you mean, why? I just told you. I was attracted to you. I didn't care about any other dolls. As soon as I saw you at the auction, I thought you had to be mine. I just said something a male lead would say to his lover in a cheesy soap opera. Good on me. I still had my eyes closed because of the embarrassment. Tay asked me in a small voice. Aren't I dirty? What? I abruptly opened my eyes, and I stared at him shocked. You were really clean when you arrived at our house. No, that's not what I meant. Never mind. Forget what I just said. Huh? It's nothing. Tay smiled and stroked my hair. Oh, Tay. Don't. You'll ruin my hair. I felt like getting goosebumps every time he stroked my hair. I was already bothered by the fact that my head was on his lap. What Come to think of it, I'm worried I might look hideous with my face laid down. I'm on the edge about every single tiny thing right now. Does Tay not know that? I tried to shake off his hands, but he ignored it and played around again. You look like a squirrel that just woke up. It's pretty cute. Hey, you, don't pull my hair. The more I waved my arms in midair, the more he smiled. Tay was having fun teasing me. I'm not a child! Tay looked like he was having fun, but for some reason I felt a bit upset. Oh, right. Since we're talking about the auction, what was your previous owner like? My previous owner? Yeah, the person you were with before you met me. I think you guys were conscious of things before. Then you remember your previous owner, right? Yes. What was she like? It was a girl, right? She was someone who cared for me. Really? Tay didn't answer properly for some reason. Was he sold in the auction because there were some problems with the previous owner? Did you and Yano have the same owner? Besides, he was damaged when I got him. Then those damages were probably... I realized that my question was a little too personal. I couldn't help myself from asking him since I wanted to know about the times before I met him. Tay stayed silent, but I couldn't see his face. I got nervous and stood up a bit. It was at that moment... Huh? Isn't that Tay? But that girl... I heard someone talking about Tay all of a sudden. Crapulio! I was startled by it and stood up straight. Huh? You're right! Hey, come here! Tay's here! Oh, no. I saw a group of girls approaching us from afar. I quickly lowered my head and turned the other way.
Tay, what are you doing here? But who is she?
You guys aren't on a date, are you? The girls came closer. I never thought I'd see people who know Tay here. Oh, really, you think? I couldn't help but gulp. Tay stood up and blocked me from the girls. No, it's nothing like that. She fainted from the heat when I was passing by, and I just helped a bit. I was about to take her to the first aid station. Tay held out his hand behind his back. As soon as I took it, he held on tight. Aww. As soon as I stood up from the seat, Tay raised his head a bit and said so everyone can hear. It's still hard for you to walk by yourself, right? I'll take you. Huh? Oh, here, hurry. I was too busy covering my face while following him. Meanwhile, one of the girls blocked our way. Tay, you're not going already, are you? Sorry, can you excuse us? She doesn't seem to feel so well, so she has to go to the first aid station right now. Tay, wait! Then see you all soon. Have fun. Tay walked fast and got away from the girls. Darn you and your popularity. We headed towards the entrance quickly, but I still felt glares coming towards our way. I think they're following us. Tay turned around and frowned a bit, and he held onto my hand more tightly. Tay? Let's run. Huh? Ah! How exciting! Tay ran in full speed while still holding onto my hand, and... Let's hide there first. Huh? Tay wasn't pointing at the entrance. At the Ferris wheel? Hurry and take out your ticket. Let's go in before they follow us again. I hurried and took out the tickets. I glimpsed behind, but thankfully I didn't see the group of girls. All right, we should just go in and kill time. Soon we entered the Ferris wheel. Hope you have a wonderful time. The ride will begin just in a moment. It was only Tay and me, in the narrow Ferris wheel. It made a loud, heavy sound and started moving. The box that looked like a water drop went up higher and higher. I thought I was moving slowly, but before I knew it, the people on the ground seemed smaller than my fingernails. We're up pretty high. Yeah. My voice shakes awkwardly. I didn't realize it when we hurried in, but it was higher than I thought it'd be. I looked down and felt dizzy at the height. Tay must have realized how I felt. He stared at me. Are you scared? Huh? A bit. I'm actually afraid of heights. Tay looked at me with worry. Great! I just looked around here and there, avoiding his stare. I was too scared to look outside the window, but I felt like I'd just worry him more if I look at him. Rolling my eyes around made me feel as if the ride was shaking more. The Ferris wheel isn't such an easy ride after all. After just staring at me for a while, Tay stood up a bit. Wait! Don't get up! It'll shake! It won't shake just because I stand up. Aw, you're gonna come sit with me? Huh? Tay stood up and sat beside me. Thanks, man. I felt like the Ferris wheel was leaning towards one side. Tay. Don't worry, I'll hold on to you. Should I go back to my seat if you're uncomfortable with me right now? Aw, don't go. We're just getting close. I just saved. I should be fine. Stay with me. Don't go. I couldn't help but hold on to him, and I started mumbling out excuses. It's higher than I thought, but I feel like it'll be less scary if you're by my side. So, all right. Tay gave me a kind smile, and then took my hand. His soft but strong and firm hands helped me calm down. Thank God. You're being pretty honest today. If you keep being cute like that, I'll get greedy. What? The Ferris wheel rattled, so I didn't hear what he said. Gosh darn you and your terrible hearing. I asked back, but he just gave me an inscrutable smile. Greedy with what? I was like, oh, this is so sweet. He's holding her hand, and they had an adventure, and he's being kind. And he was like, I'll get greedy. I was definitely scared, but I was too embarrassed to hold on to him. I feel too self-conscious being alone with Tay in this tight space. I wasn't holding on to him, but Tay didn't stand up from his seat. I turned my head and saw a pair of deep, foresty eyes staring at me. I'm too worried. Huh? I'll just be by your side for a while. You're shaking. He held my hands really tight. How did he know I was trembling? Tay let my hands go, looking worried, and he just sat there still, not leaving my side. I could smell his scent. Tay always smells like tea leaves when he comes back from work. But among all those different scenes, the one I like best is Tay's own scent. It's not like the artificial scent of perfumes, but a soft and subtle one. It almost worked as a sedative and comforted me every time. Even your perfume has drugs? My heart no longer pounded with anxiety. We haven't spent this much time by ourselves in a long time. We were together yesterday at lunch. Well, you left first, because of the girls coming. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Huh? Why are you apologizing? Tay's face suddenly fell and he apologized. Did he know that I've been a bit upset recently? Then I'm the one who should be sorry. While I hesitated, Tay continued. You know, should I quit the academy? What? You'd do that? I was surprised at the unexpected question. Why is he suddenly saying that? As I looked flustered, Tay explained slowly. I've been thinking that you might be in danger because of me. What do you mean? I've been having those thoughts a lot these days. Every time I see the girls be wary of you, I see petty malice in their eyes. I see the worst kind of emotions in them. Tay was always calm and firm, but right now his eyes were shaking a little. I realized after seeing that Tay's been troubled by this thought a lot. First I tried to calm him down. What do you mean the worst kind of emotions? They're just jealous. They all dislike you a lot. No, it's really bad and they'll harm you. I'm sure of it. Tay, what are you... You can be in danger. I know. Tay still looked serious. He wasn't just saying empty words or playing around, but I couldn't just nod. I think... Tay, you're too sensitive. Tay hardened his face and closed his mouth. He stayed like that for a while, but soon continued. People who have certain feelings can detect others who feel the same. Tay lowered his gaze. What are you talking about? Others who feel the same? Who is he talking about? Besides, what kind of feelings is he talking about? Tay dropped his gaze as if he felt guilty. I saw in their eyes the desire to hurt someone. I know those eyes very well. Tay, are you okay? At my worried question, Tay raised his head a bit. His shadowed face was somehow full of shame. Who have you hurt in a previous life? Aside from me. Oh! Oh. I don't want them to hurt you. I don't want you to get hurt. Tay frowned hard. Tay, is it because he saw me get sick often recently? He looked so worried. I was touched by how much he cared for me. But I don't want Tay to quit the academy. If he quits because of me, his world will become so small. I don't want Tay to sacrifice himself for something that hasn't even happened. It's my wish as an owner and family for Tay and all the other dolls to enjoy their daily lives. I'm so thankful that you care for me, but I hope you don't quit the academy. I can see how much fun you guys have there, and I feel happy to see that. Of course there were some troubles, and we don't know what'll happen in the future, but if I'm more careful, nothing you worry about will happen. Tay listened quietly as I explained everything. Ever since I started going to the academy with you guys, I've been having so much fun. I have so much to write in my diary every day. I was being cheerful on purpose, but Tay still looked dark. His low voice flowed out from his trembling lips. I don't want you to get hurt. What? At that moment, Tay leaned close, and when that familiar scent was right in front of me, Tay closed his eyes and leaned his head on my shoulder. I could feel him breathe. I always thought his scent calmed me down, but my heart pounded more than ever. Oh. Huh? He seemed to calm down and soon reached out his arms, and then he embraced me tight. I felt like suffocating. I want to be the one who protects you, but Tay, what's wrong? I was confused at his sudden words and actions. I couldn't understand. Besides, my heart just wouldn't stop pounding. I feel like Tay will be able to feel my heart pound. But he was lifeless and just stayed still with his body slouched down. I don't protect you. Tay? Sometimes, even I can't handle myself, cutie. His voice was tired and lifeless, but my heart pounded again when he said my name. But more than that, what does he mean he can't handle himself? I can't even imagine what would be more difficult to handle than my pounding heart. I just stayed still and heard my heart pound and Tay's breathing. I can't think at all. His sudden words and actions felt so unfamiliar, but his voice and touch were carrying as usual. Please don't make me worry. You have no idea how worried I was when you left the house a couple days ago. Yeah, you don't know anything, Tay mumbled in a low voice, but the very next moment his mumbling turned very clear. I hated Zion, because I thought this was all his fault. Tay? His voice was cold as ice. And that you're sick often these days. That you were dizzy just now. I'm so worried about all that I feel like going mad. You mean so much to me. But Tay. He was now holding on to me so tight I couldn't move at all. I can't breathe. I barely wobbled my arms and beat against the arms that were crushing me. Tay! I can't breathe. Oh. At my words, Tay suddenly backed away. The shadow on his face disappeared. Even Tay looked a bit flustered. Sorry, are you okay? Yeah. Whew. Just a moment ago, he was almost crushing me in his arms, but now he just went back to his seat. Is he being distant again? Well, he almost crushed us to death, so there might be reason. gosh, I'm choking on my phlegm. Ugh. Oh gosh. Where did that phlegm come from? Okay, that's gross. Drank some water, I'm okay. Sorry. He quickly apologized and avoided my eyes. And he closed his mouth and stared out the window. Get back over here, you patoot. Even if you are being greedy. Awkward silence flowed between us. I opened my mouth to break the ice. Is he feeling sorry? Tay, that just now. When we get off... When we get off, let's go home. Huh? Okay. After that, we didn't talk again. We just sat in silence, staring out the window until the Ferris wheel came down. After we got off, we headed straight back home. On the way back, he was his usual self again and cared for me. But whenever our bodies were about to touch, he abruptly pulled back and pretended nothing happened. What was Tay trying to say to me? I felt upset at thinking he was more distant now. No, don't do this, sir. There we go again. So tired. After I washed, I sat at my desk. It's already been an hour since we got home. He won't come today, I guess. Normally, Tay would have made me a cup of triple Z to comfort me after a day out. I'm a bit embarrassed that I take his kindness for granted, but I can't help but feel a bit empty. Is it because of what happened at the amusement park? No, Tay might have gone to bed early today, but I was still agitated. It was nothing hard to get out the door and check, but I just hesitated. Should I send him a text? I would have sent one without giving much thought before, but today for some reason I just couldn't. After hesitating for a long time, I ended up taking out my phone. Today was really fun. I erased the text I was typing. Aren't you tired? Ugh, not this too. After thinking about it for a long time, I just ended up texting 2 words. Good night. Yeah, you too. His text was as short as mine. He was probably about to fall asleep. I haven't woken him up, I hope. I laid down my phone and opened my desk drawer. I shouldn't think about it too much. I'll just write in my diary. I suddenly stopped while trying to take out my diary from the drawer. Huh? That's weird. Was this diary always like this? It felt a bit lighter than usual. That's weird. It looked like it always did on the outside. Maybe I'm too tired right now. I felt confused and open to an empty page. Today I stopped the trivial thoughts and wrote in my diary as always. And the chapter has been ended. Aw, that date was going so well, kind of, and then he got creepy, and then he kind of got sweet again, and now he's distant. Ugh. Oy vey.